me, our camera isn't working right today, so we will get that worked out. Until then, I just get to look like this. What, do I have my bracelets on right? Yes. So anywho, today, you guys, is question and answer day, Q&A day. So what questions do you guys have? And then also, just a heads up, if you are watching this on the YouTubes, do make sure that you click on the subscribe button and also the bell so you get notified when new videos come on. If you are not watching on YouTube, what you're going to do after this video, you guys, is you're going to go over to YouTube, search my first and last name, and then you're going to subscribe, okay? And that is so you are going to be the first one to know about new things that come on. Some of you that are already subscribed and have clicked the bell already saw what happened this last week, right? So just a couple days ago, right? Yeah. A video launched that wasn't a live, that was only on YouTube, launched, and it was about 3 genius business ideas. So if you didn't catch that, go to YouTube and catch that. Later on today, not too long after this video actually, there's going to be another video that's going to be 5 ways to make money on Facebook. Okay, so you guys, what I'm doing is I'm empowering you, I'm showing you, I'm teaching you how to be able to get some independence in your life, right? Be able to make your own living. And of course, in the perfect world, for me, that's going to be via service and things like that. But I also am a realist, and I understand sometimes you just have to get the ball moving in the most realistic way possible right away. And then you can start growing and living from heart center, right? But you need some dollar bills coming in first to be able to pick up so you can let go of that corporate gig. Does that make sense? So that's where these videos are coming into play, okay? So that said, that video is going to be a little bit later today. You're going to know about it because you clicked subscribe and the bell to get notified when new stuff comes on. That's how you're going to know about it, okay? All right. So what questions do you guys have? I'm going to do some good mornings here. So good morning, Corey and Megan. Denise, good morning. Kayla, good morning. Carrie, good morning. Janet, happy Thursday. Pamela, good morning. Sherilyn, good morning. Katrina, good morning. Sarah, morning. How do you bring light when there's so much darkness all over, especially on social media? Oh, I need to push this down a little bit. Well, Sarah, I know the end game, right? I know I'm very steadfast in my job here. And that's why I continue to show up this way, is because we should all be steadfast in our job here, I think, right? We should all be very clear on what we're here for and how we're here to serve the world, right? And my job in this world is not to be Chicken Little and tell everybody that the sky is falling. That's not my job, right? My job is to show everybody what is possible and to show everybody how to break free from outside forces or outside anything, quite frankly. Break free from that and be able to sustain your family and take care of the people around us. A story that we've all been led to believe or force-fed or whatever. One story would be that we need those outside things. And we don't. We just simply don't. You could take us back to the tribes that we used to be in as people, right? We were self-sufficient. We took care of ourselves, and we took care of our families, and we took care of our friends. And nothing has changed other than a story that's been told to us. Nothing has really changed, okay? Just what we believe. And so the doom and gloom stuff, like I'm just really not, it's quite frankly, and you may call me crazy and that's fine. It wouldn't be the first time. That's not my world. It's not the world I live in. I live in a world where God wins. I live in a world where everything is preordained. I live in a world where there's not anything that's outside of jurisdiction. You know what I'm saying? So I've got no, it's not my thing to be afraid of. You know what I'm saying? My job is to be here and to show people what they can do, not what they can't do. I don't even care about the other stuff. It makes no difference to me. My job is to show people what they can do. So I stay in my lane. That is my lane. And I think that's why it just comes natural to me. It's very easy. I don't even think about the other stuff. So there's that. If that helps at all. Let's see. Crystal, you're fasting. You said you only eat 1 hour a day. I'm wanting to start fasting. A lot of people are just enamored with this topic. It's so funny. I'm wanting to start fasting, trying to find my sweet spot, what my sweet spot would be. First of all, talk to your doctor. I'm not a doctor. Okay, so there's like your universal disclaimer. I'm not a doctor. I'm just a person who does this. Okay. Now, in being a person that does this, I've found that my body thrives like this, but also I don't have underlying conditions either. So I don't have, any chronic illness or anything like that. So I'm basically a person that wasn't really sick to begin with, and then this is the way that I eat. So I do want to make it very, very clear that it's not, I don't have like a bunch of stuff wrong with me, and then I've started doing this and my body is thriving. So that's why I say, like, make sure that you talk to your doctor, all of that stuff, right? But whenever I first started, when people hear a 23-hour fast every day, so we eat, Mike and I both, we eat 1 hour a day. Nora eats normal. We eat 1 hour a day and then we fast for 23 hours, okay? The first thing that people think is they're not getting enough food. And that's not true. We don't eat it for weight loss. We don't eat that way for weight loss. It's actually a different belief. So I'll explain that to you. But we eat that way. We eat all of the calories that we're supposed to eat in a day, okay, for our body types. We eat all of that in 1 hour. So it's not like we eat for 1 hour and then are starving. We've eaten everything that we need to eat for the day in 1 hour. So I hope that makes sense. Now, my belief about our bodies, and this is backed up by science, but I'm not going to be, touting off different things because this is just a question that was asked literally a couple seconds ago, and I don't have any data with me. Okay, so you can Google it. Feel free to Google it. Our bodies, whenever we're digesting food, so there are a lot of people that'll say, you need to eat 6 meals a day. Okay, well that means that your body is literally spending energy on digesting food all throughout the day, okay? Now, what I know about our body, or what I believe about our body, is that if it's not expending energy on digestion, what it's going to do is it's going to optimize performance of your body, okay? Of your immune system, of everything, right? It's going to be able to heal and protect itself, okay? So that energy that it was going to spend on digestion all day long, it can now spend on healing, revitalizing, optimizing, all of that stuff. So that's where the fasting comes in for us. That's why we choose to eat 1 hour a day and then let our body optimize for the rest of the day. And we really just get used to it. But I started intermittent fasting as an 8-16, which is 16-hour fast, 8-hour feed window, which is very typical and not difficult at all to do, but is still better than most diets anyway, or most ways of eating anyway. So it's still a really good entry point as an 8-16. And then I went from 8-16, all the time, to 8:16 every day except for Tuesday and Thursday. And Tuesday and Thursday, I would do a 23-and-1, okay, which is the 23 fast, 1 hour feed. And then a friend of ours was doing a water fast. He was legit drinking water for 21 days. And I was like, oh, I can't do that. He was staying at our house for a little while. And I wanted to be able to support him in doing that, because I understand that when you're doing something like that, it's difficult when people around you are not, right? And so Mike and I wanted to support him, but we weren't just going to drink water. So we're like, we're in full support of you, but we'll just eat. We'll just do our 23-and-1 while you're here. So you won't get to see us eating all day. We'll just eat once a day. And so it's not going to be as hard on him. And that's the way we saw it. And then now I've been doing it for a month and a half, and I just love it. So if that's helpful, that's what I do. Devery, hello, is this today? Yes, this is today. Carrie, can you talk more about working with people in your local area, my area, and being a virtual assistant? Oh, I love that. And this is from a video that I did the other day, or the one that dropped onto YouTube that wasn't a live first. 3 genius ways to be able to make an income. So what I would do, this depends on if you're already sort of have a relationship with business owners already, or people that you know are entrepreneurs already. What I would do is, now is a little bit of a different time because of people not really getting together as much, but you could go to the Chamber of Commerce and go to different events. Typically they're free. Go to different events that they have, go to different meetups. So you can go to meetup.com just to be able to meet different business owners. Or the first thing that I would do is I would actually think about the businesses that I frequent already, and let them know hey, I'm really good at X, Y, and Z. Do you need help with that? Just a heads up. I've got a few slots open, be able to help you out if you need help. If not, no big deal, right? That's how you approach people. It's always, here's the thing, is business owners are always approached about other people's self-serving stuff, okay? Hey, can you do this for me? Hey, can you do this for me? Hey, can you do this for me, right? It's what always happens with business owners. I'm so sorry, I'm so dark right now, you guys. But that always happens as a business owner. You're always, always, always getting that stuff. And so something that's very interesting is when somebody else is just giving shout outs for your business and has asked for nothing in return. And then so you can start doing that sort of stuff and then just send a message one day and say, hey, just a heads up. I know you're in growth, or I know that, I know that maybe you might be struggling, maybe you might be, whatever it is that you know about that business, and say, I actually have a couple slots open if you want some help. If not, no big deal. And that's it. That's it. That's how you do it. Don't overthink it. That's the thing. Don't overthink it. Judith, good morning. Super dark there? Yeah. No, it's the camera isn't working. So we're using webcam, so the webcam's dark. Corey, I have 2 lead groups, one for YL and one for Bat Signal. That's already, don't do that. But my Bat Signal kind of includes oils. It's mindset around emotional abuse and release and breaking through limiting beliefs and self-sabotage with hypnosis oils. Should I combine them and keep them separate? You should always combine them. Don't have 2 separate groups. Don't do it. They should always be around Bat Signal. Good morning from Austin. Boom! Jenna, good morning. Deb, good morning, Martha. Is that crystal behind you malachite? It's not. It looks like malachite right now because it's so stinking dark here. It is aventurine. Ooh-ah. It is aventurine, but it looks really dark, so it looks like malachite. I can totally see where you would say that. It is aventurine, and that thing is solid. Solid as a rock. Cindy, good morning, ma'am. Janice, good morning. Laura, good morning. Let's see here. Morning, Danielle. Andrea, love that, Martha. Eyes on the truth, our job, and the prize. Yeah, there's just no other way to be. If we expect to change the world, we can't change it by playing into the narrative and being part of it. We just can't. You can't. You can't. You can't. Danielle, there is enough negative energy. Thanks for keeping us lifted and positive. Boom, pow. Hi from England. Heck yes. Hello. Anita, hey Martha, so happy to see you today. Happiness in the midst of chaos. Jesus, take the wheel. Amen to that. Amen to all of that. Tara, good morning. Surma, hi from South Africa. Hello to you. Let's see. Rose, yes, 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 amen. Sarah, thank you. I needed that reminder. God wins in the end. He's already won. So I look at things and I think of Esther. This is something that always comes up for me. I think of Esther and I think of like the very beginning of Esther when it's queen. I always forget the name. The queen, right? The queen stops being the queen and a lot of people get caught up in that. I can't remember her name. It's because I don't think it's supposed to be remembered, right? The queen isn't the queen anymore because of what she said, because she wouldn't come to the party before, a war or something like that, right? And so then all of a sudden she's not the queen anymore. And people get caught up, and I think this is something we can think about today. People get caught up in, why isn't she the queen anymore? Why isn't she the queen anymore? Like, what's the reason? Like they dig deep into that. When in reality, you read through the entire book of Esther and you see very clearly that it was a shift that had to happen. There was a movement that needed to happen. A space needed to be opened up so Esther could come in and pretty much save all of the Jews, right? That was it, right? And that was where, Esther 4:14, perhaps you were born, or perhaps you were, something like, perhaps you were born for such a time as this. Maybe this is the whole reason you exist. And so all of the people that are so concerned about the very beginning of the book and, well, why is the queen not the queen anymore? And da-da-da-da-da. You're focused on the wrong part of the story, right? That's not the part of the story that matters. The part of the story that matters is everything that happened after that. And that part of the story needed to happen, makes no difference why, needed to happen to create a vacuum so Esther could come in. What we see in that book is we see divinity at its best. What we see in that book is we see things move and shift all the time. And sometimes it doesn't make sense. But it doesn't matter. What we need to do is we need to understand that there's something else at work. Something much bigger at work. And dare I say at play. Okay? So that's where let's not focus on things that don't need to be focused on. Let's focus on our part. Perhaps we were created for just a time as this, for such a time as this, right? That's what we need to be focused on. Don't focus on the wrong thing. Don't put the emphasis on the wrong syllable, right? Don't focus on the wrong stuff. Just focus on how we show up, right? Okay. Oh, it's 18:48. Doggone it. I gotta go. Dang it. All right. I love you guys. I'm out. Have the best day. Bye-bye.